Fuck Phat and Spicy.
Oh shit! Did we start? I thought you were.
What? No, we
I
start. We're
thought you were.
live, baby. We're here.
I thought you were testing the intro. I didn't know we were going 3, 2, 1, go.
I told you, baby. When we start, we start. We're here, baby. It's magic. Let's make it happen.
I get it, but when I saw you cramming that burger down your hole, I was like, oh, we got a few minutes.
That's why I was cramming it down. I was like, we got to start. We got to go, baby. It's time to go. It's now or
We
never.
do. We're fucking 40 minutes late. We're never 40 minutes late.
Never 40 minutes late, dude. We try to switch
Never been.
schedules.
Yeah. We could schedule so we wouldn't be 40 minutes late.
You know.
That's all right. Our producer Lazi was having some technical issues on her end, but she is back in town, so hopefully we'll see her either later tonight or next week. And yeah, here we are.
We were trying to make sure that she could get in here, guys, because, you know what I'm saying, we miss her. I know you guys miss her. But we are trying to make sure that she could get in and catch a show. But it's not going to work out this time. But hopefully next time, or maybe she gets it working and she pops in.
I'm hoping to get it working and pop in. That's what she said.
But tonight, guys, we are back, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Phat and Spicy. And if you can tell, I'm the one eating, so you can tell who's fat and who's spicy.
I just smoked some medicinals, so I'm spicy, I guess. I don't know.
I thought it was me because I'm Mexican.
40 minutes late. Because what? Not because you're Mexican? No, that's not why.
I can't be spicy?
But you don't like spicy food, you said.
Oh, I know what it is. I know why I can't be spicy. Hold on. I got you.
Bro, I keep hot sauce. Look at this. I got hot sauce by my desk. No. That's not fair. This is a trademarked look, amigo.
He's going to take me to court. Nah. You're not going to get much.
Hey, I found a picture of you today.
Really?
Yeah, look at that.
That's my dad, dude.
It's Paco.
That's my GTA character.
It's Paco. Hola, amigo. Today I'm going to put some coño sauce. I don't know.
So Adeline. What's going on, Adeline? How you doing? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, everybody? We got some viewers right now.
What's
That's
good,
right.
my guy? How y'all doing? Did anybody catch those electromagnetic what's that? What do we call them?
Solar storm, baby.
Solar storm, baby. Has anybody been affected by that, dude? I was reading on the forums all day today, and just so many people that are like saying different things of how they've been affected. Headaches, can't sleep. Some people having vivid dreams. Some people not being able to sleep at all. You know, have you experienced anything like that, Spicy?
I didn't get the headaches. I know that my internet was acting a little screwy, but I don't know if that was related to that or just because I've got shitty internet out here in the sticks. I mean, look, my studio is built out of fucking plywood. I had to send away to China for the fucking neon.
Did you get it from that one guy, that one sign guy?
You know the sign guy. Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
I know. Holy shit, dude. Have a beer.
That's just one. That's for you, baby. That's for Spicy right there.
You never drink anything. I've got a can in my hand.
That's a can, dude. That's a Mexican can. That's how we measure in Mexican. Right, that's one can.
So, let's talk about that for a second. I ordered a michelada about a month ago.
A michelada?
Yeah, you know what I don't know how you say it. What do you say? Michelada?
Almost. It's almost. Yeah, michelada.
What is it? Michelada. Okay.
Hey.
I ordered one, right? And it had the shit on the rim and like all the like camarones in there and everything, the shrimps and all that, right? Delicious on the outside. But then I took a sip. I thought it was tomato. I didn't know it was clam tomato
juice.
It's
clamato juice, yeah.
Oh, I couldn't stand clamato, dude. I almost.
Why'd you say clam? Like clam tomato? Like tomato? Does clams make tomato juice?
No, but that's what clamato is. It's clam juice and tomato juice mixed.
Is it really?
That's why it's called clamato, clam and tomato.
Dude, that's something new to me. I don't like micheladas. You know what I'm saying? That's not my little brother. He drinks them all the time. I can't get into them. I just like give me a beer.
That clam juice going.
I just don't like tomato juice like that, man. I love ketchup. I love tomato soup. I love spaghetti, ragu, pasta, whatever. You know, I like it, but tomato juice is not my thing. You know, I'd rather not. You know, it's. I think it's a texture for me. Even like a juicy tomato.
Yeah.
I don't
really.
Like I like a good tomato, but I don't want a juicy tomato. I don't want that shit dripping down my lip.
Oh, I want my tomatoes like I want my peaches. I want to have to eat it over the sink if I'm, but I don't eat them like that. You know what I mean? I cut them and put them in stuff.
Yeah, I got you. Speaking of coming and putting in stuff, dude, you gonna make anything for Thanksgiving?
Oh, dude, this is the house to be at Thanksgiving. I'm going to do the
I don't know.
turkey.
I don't know. I'm just saying I got
I'm
something
doing,
planned. I got something planned this year.
all right. Well, you tell me first then. Tell me what you
All right,
got.
so I'm doing. I'm gonna be doing a Viking themed Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that, we're gonna have the little we're gonna have the full mini sized chickens up there in the rotisseries. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a plate of those. We're gonna have the turkey. We're gonna have a big old bowl of fruits and peas and all that. You know what I'm saying? Just we're gonna have I told my brothers, I was like, bring your own drinking horn, bring your own tankard.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's
we're gonna
what you need.
just
Everybody with a big old stein.
yeah,
Yeah.
So I want to do
So what are
something
you going to
different,
do?
man.
Are you going to lay it out like a clam bake
Yep,
on the
just
table?
it's gonna
So,
be laid out. It's gonna be a feast laid out. So my table, luckily for me, when I bought this table, I got one of those tables that expands. You can put the
hmm
inserts in it.
hmm
So I got the insert, and it adds like fucking. This thing seats like six chairs aside. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? And then on the ends.
So that's
So
14 chairs at your table. You're just going to
yeah,
lay it out and just say, go
I'm
for it.
gonna lay it out, dude. Banana pudding, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. Do you go with the china or do you use paper plates?
You see, that's the tough question there, right? That's a tough question. See, for presentation, I'm thinking about going to like Goodwill or something, and hopefully I
hmm
can find some nice tin platters, saying that are on sale, and I can get those to kind of present the food. If
There you go.
not, if not, we're just gonna go with the aluminum base. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. I don't want to spend all this money for a one time a year thing, which I can reuse it at Christmas, But
Yeah, you can use it for anything.
I wanted to do something different, so I want to have that Viking theme. You know, bring your horn, bring your Viking helmet, bring your fur coat.
Yeah.
Dress up as a
We're gonna
king
go
if you want to. I don't care.
we're gonna just do the traditional Italian. So I'm gonna make the baked ziti. First we start with antipasto, right? So I'm gonna have prosciutto wrapped melon,
What is
but that's coming
antipasta?
up.
Is that like not pasta?
No, it's
I'm just
appetizers,
fucking with you, dude. I'm fucking with you.
Fucking guy. So I'm bringing out the antipasto. It's going to be mozzarella and string beans with slivered almonds, and then I take honeydew melon and I wrap it in prosciutto. So first we're going to start with a little nosh, right? And then I'm going to make this beautiful crostini bread with Kalamata olives in it. So you got something to mop the olive oil with and I got a
Oh,
balsamic.
you son of
Dude,
a
I got a
bitch!
30-year balsamic in my closet that only comes out for Thanksgiving and like when I'm doing
That's how
special
you
things,
know
right?
the fucking guy right here. That's the Italian roots right there. He's got 30-year-old balsamic fucking vinegar in his fucking closet, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to think. I'm trying to think. Like, what is that? Like, what do Mexicans bring out? On special occasions.
What do you bring it
Aside.
on? Well, hold on, let me finish up. Think about it while you think
I'm
about it. Let
thinking.
me
I'm
finish.
thinking. Go ahead.
So and then I do the turkey, right? Turkey, mashed potatoes, yams, and all that shit. And then at the end, I always make beautiful pies. I mean, baking the pies is my thing. I want the most beautiful. Everybody loves my pies. They're the most beautiful pies. We love his pies, don't we, people? We do.
He's
His
got
wife
the.
came up to me the other day. She said, I can't believe how beautiful the pies are.
I mean, hey, what I'm saying? You're gonna have to show a picture, dude. When you make this pie. Now, I'm gonna tell you something recently that I recently discovered, and this was probably about a year and a half ago.
Mhm.
I never liked pies. I didn't think I was a pie guy. And only because my first cup of pie was apple pie. And
The best pie.
you see, that's the thing. If it's made right, it's a good pie.
Who made
Because
shitty-
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. But I knew that back then. I didn't like it. I wasn't, the texture was off. I didn't like that the apples were still semi hard. Like,
Oh, you need a crunch to it.
no, dude, I like my apples soft. You know what I'm saying? I want the only thing hard on this pie should be the crust.
So you've had empanadas, of course.
Yeah, I've had empanadas, but I'm not a big fan of the apple filled empanadas. You know what I'm
The
saying?
apples still got to be a little, you don't want them to be mush.
Well, I don't. I want some texture, but I want it to almost melt. But anyways, up until recently, and then I tried pecan pie.
The best pie in the world. I'll take pecan over apple.
And again, like I said, once I'm a stubborn guy. I decided that I didn't like pie, so I stayed away from fucking pie. People were like, "You want some pie?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good, but I'll take some of that banana pudding." You know. But I was like, "Let me try it again." And man, dude, when I tell you, that changed my life.
Which pie?
The pecan pie.
The pecan, yeah, it's candy in the crust.
God, dude. Oh man, look at this guy right here. Apple pie with ice cream is what life is about.
He's right. Now, listen, I hear these people. You've heard this too, right? Where they put like a slice of cheddar on their apple pie.
What the fuck? No, who
You've
the
never
fuck
heard of
does
that?
that? No,
My
these
dad,
who psychopaths, murderers.
dude, look it up. It's a thing. It is. I shit you not. You go
Who in the
online,
comment? Who I want to know if there's a view. Let me find out one of you guys are out there putting cheese on your fucking
putting
pies.
cheese on your apple pie.
You're gonna get banned. I'm
Um,
gonna ban you right now.
Now I was at my grandma's house for a Thanksgiving, and she bust out a mincemeat pie. Have you ever had this?
Minced meat. What is that? Spam? I don't know what that is. Minced meat.
It's a mincemeat pie. So what it is, it's a pie that takes all the leavings in the fridge, the meat, the veggies. It's usually got raisins that are soaked in rum, and it's just a really nasty, not tasty pie at all.
It sounds
It
like
was
if you were to make that Christmas fruit cake that they pass around and put it into a pie.
yes,
That's what it
yes,
sounds like.
it's just awful. Now I like fruitcake. If you do a great fruitcake, like with the different colored cherries in there, and you baste it with the rum and you age it for a couple of weeks.
I'll tell you what. I never had fruitcake. I've always looked at it, and the reason that I never had any because I thought it was for decoration.
Oh no, no, no,
I didn't think anybody actually
no.
ate that.
Oh yeah, I eat it. I get it, dude. Next time you're in a store, they can sell it by the tiny little pieces. Just go get a piece of fucking fruitcake and
There's just
mosh
so
on
much.
that.
There's so much stuff that I missed out on. Like, up until like I said 2 years ago, I never had eggnog. Didn't know
No,
what eggnog tastes like. I thought it was runny eggs. I was like, who the fuck is drinking it? And it's always, I'm sorry to say, but it was always white people. And I'm like,
it is
I
always
don't
white
really
folks.
know if I trust it. I'm like,
Well, here's the thing.
so, but then
Here,
again, I
here's
had
the
it.
difference. So I used to drink eggnog as a kid. I won't drink it now. I just lost the taste for it. But what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put rum in there, like a spiced rum, and that kicks the flavor to a different level. So that's what you want to do. That will change your
Gotcha.
whole outlook on eggnog. But I'm not a fan of it just out of the cart. I used to be, like I said, when I was a kid, anything sweet, right?
I got you. So what it was, and I'll explain the flavor for you guys that never had eggnog. Maybe Mexicans that never had eggnog. It tastes like horchata.
Yeah, I was gonna compare it to horchata. Yeah.
It tastes like horchata. It tastes like when your abuelita would make avena, like oatmeal or arroz con leche, and you drink it what is left over, the little the liquid that's left over. That's what it tastes like. And I was like, and I actually went and heated up my eggnog a little bit. I warmed it
You
up,
warmed it up. Oh
and
shit.
man, it was. I'm telling you, it was
Next
good.
level, huh?
Next level, bro.
Okay.
So if you
I
ever
will check
want
it
to,
out.
if you ever want to try it
Heating
again,
up your
man,
eggnog.
just heat it up. You know what I'm saying? Not so much that
Just
it
warm.
curdles.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just to warm it up. Like what do you
Just
think? 15 seconds?
yeah, like I put mine in there for like 20 seconds, but you know, dude, warm it up, and it's such a nice treat.
Okay. I
So
will.
yeah, but eggnog. I think I was dating a white girl at the time, which you know, I love the white people. We love them. And yeah, that's the
Views
first time.
expressed on
Views expressed on the Phat and Spicy show do not reflect those of PNS Studio. Even though we are the
Oh,
let's
you're
see
so
it.
good, dude.
But no, I'll tell you what it was. I was dating this chick, and her family was more middle class America,
Hmm.
upper middle class America. So they were doing all these things that you would see in movies. Family nights, game nights, eggnog, Christmas parties. I wasn't used to that. It was stuff that I wanted and stuff that I still do, but I wasn't used
Hmm.
to it. And I felt out of place. But what I'm saying? I got to experience some really cool things, and yeah, eggnog was one of them.
What would be your favorite Thanksgiving memory growing up?
Thanksgiving memory, bro.
While you're thinking about it, I'll tell you why I bring it up. I
Go
saw
ahead.
this thing on TikTok, and it had this car driving through the snow, like you were sitting in the back seat of a car
Mhm.
while it was going through the snow, and it said, "There's a time when you left your grandma's house on Christmas Eve on your way back home, driving through the snow, and that feeling you had, if only you could bottle that." And I remember that. Like driving back home in my dad's Lincoln, my folks up front, me in the back seat going through the snow, coming back from grandma's. I got presents in the back of the car waiting for Christmas morning. It was awesome.
Yeah. Now that you say that, bro, I don't really do a lot of thinking when it comes to my long term memory of my childhood. But now that you say that, now that it actually jiggles in
Hmm.
my mind, I can remember those days. I can remember those days where we would go and spend Thanksgiving with the family and my cousins and everybody, and we're just all doing our own thing. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people, and everybody's doing their own thing.
Yeah.
And we stayed up late and we got to watch them make the food, and we're all running
Hmm.
around playing. This was before video games and, all that stuff. We're outside on the trampoline. It's freezing cold, you know.
Where was this?
This was at my grandma. Everybody back in, everybody gathered at my grandma's house. Grandma's house was the
Okay.
place to be. So we would
Okay.
gather there, and then all my cousins and stuff would come in from Texas, and from all over the place.
Oh, so you actually had people flying in for your Thanksgivings and shit.
Driving it.
Okay. Okay. That's still if they're
But
making the long distance
yeah,
trip.
yeah, yeah. But they'd
Our
be coming in.
our house was always the house. My dad, you remember Ferris Bueller?
Yeah.
My dad was like that. I could say that about my dad's house. It was very cold. It was very beautiful, and you weren't allowed to touch anything,
Stay out of
But
that white
thank
room. Stay out of the white
stay
room.
out of the fucking velvet room. But come Thanksgiving is when that dining room and velvet room opened up. Do you know what I mean? And the adults would be upstairs, cooking dinner or sitting there talking and bullshitting about whatever. And all the kids were in my room because I was an only child. My parents were rich. So I just had every fucking toy. And me and Mikey would settle down into the PlayStation, the original Nintendo, and we just sit there and start going at it, playing games all day. It was the best time. That feeling of all
I
the
bet.
cousins are
I bet
over.
it was a good time for you because I bet as an only child, you had that that
Yes.
want to have another sibling or something like that.
All
Did
the
you ever
toys that
did
I
you ever
had that were
talk to your dads about like having another sibling or anything like that or no?
my parents were gay. I mean, it
I
was
mean,
it
I
was
know
kind of
that, but you
impossible.
were adopted. You know what I'm saying?
No, there I was enough. I was
I didn't know if you ever
trust
brought
me.
that up to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
No, I never brought it up, but trust me when I tell you I was enough. My cousin Tyler came to live with us for a little bit when I was in the fourth grade. He was in kindergarten. So he came to live with us for a bit, and he was the closest to a little brother I had. He lived with us for like a year. And then there was some custody dispute between my aunts and uncles, and he got taken away. But I miss him. That was a good time. Like I said, I had a little brother, and it was kind of cool to have somebody in the house because, like I said, I had all these two-player toys that I could never play with anybody. Only child. Now I got a little brother, or like you said, Thanksgiving was great because now I'm busting out every fucking toy. Like, let's play with this, and when we're done with that, we're gonna play with this, and who's staying the night because we're gonna stay up, like you said, stay up late and just play with all the toys. It was so good, you
I'll
know.
tell you. I'll tell you what's funny about that right there, about being an only child. After this
Mhm.
comment, one of my favorite holiday memories is walking into the kitchen and my grandma and tias are all making tamales, and
Oh, dude.
I can already picture Vampire just waiting there like this.
Mhm.
Can I
Mhm.
have one? They're not ready yet, Mika. But it's just funny that you say that you wanted that as a growing up with three other brothers. There's four of us in total. I
Mhm.
wanted to have my own shit.
Oh yeah, I bet.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything was shared, dude. We did. I didn't. The reason that I didn't get into a lot of games like Zelda, I didn't get to play a lot of games that are popular back then
The
was
single
because
player
they
stuff.
they were not multiplayer, dude.
Yeah.
And my
Yeah.
dad pretty much said because we were like, if we can't share, then nobody gets to play.
I get that.
So I
I
grew up
understand
on
that.
games like what I'm saying, Super Smash Bros. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on that. Mario Kart 64.
Now, see,
WWE was our go-to.
I've got the twins, and they've all got their own entertainment. Do you know what I mean? They've all got their
Yeah.
phones. I've got the PlayStation in the living room. They've got a laptop that they share. So they've all got their own. There's no real fighting for anything. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Most everybody kind of does their own thing here. But when they do play together, I love it. I love watching it
Yeah.
because I wasn't like that as a kid. So I was like, nah, go
And I was
play,
just
dude.
I was just about to ask that. I was like, now does it feel like they're not connecting as much, or but you say they do play together though.
Oh, dude, it's funny with these kids because they'll be sitting here playing video games, and then one of them will just close the laptop, stand up, give it a good stretch, and be like, Dean, you want to go outside and play basketball? I've got a basketball hoop I put up for him. And they'll
Mm.
go outside and just shoot hoops for, screw around. Or, hey, we're going to walk down to the corner store, which is like 6, 7 blocks down the road. Okay, go for it. Go get some snacks or something. Fine. They like to get out. Now, me as a kid, I didn't. I would rather sit and play fucking video games all day.
I
Leave me
mean,
alone
you know
so
what
I
I'm
had a
saying?
pizza under the door.
I think it was new. It was new to us, man. Like these kids
Yeah.
grow up with it. You know what I'm saying? They grow up with that, and
Yes.
they're like, it's just nothing new to them. It's the same old computers, the same old stuff, same old phone. Like growing up, dude, in the age, like I think people don't
You,
really understand or comprehend the the bigger picture on that. We grew up when there was no internet. We grew up when all that stuff was coming out, and we, as a society, expanded so much in such a little time that I mean everything was new back to back to back. It was like as soon as they brought color to television, everything took off.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
went from you went from 10 channels, 9 channels to fucking 100 channels, 1,000
Well,
channels. You
it was the
know?
same with the game systems. Remember, there was the Segas, there was the Sony PlayStation, there was the Nintendo.
Mm,
Now all there really is Xbox, PS5, and the Switch. But remember
yeah.
all those different consoles back in the day?
You had what? The Sega. You had the GameCube. You had the Dreamcast.
The
You had
Dreamcast, yeah.
yeah. You
All of
had
them,
the
every company in the world.
yeah. Everybody was trying to. You had the Atari. You had PlayStation, Xbox.
Let's just say though that for consoles, late 80s to early 90s, Nintendo ruled the freaking roost. Like I had so many games. I must have had 80 games for my fucking Nintendo, dude. Like I had a wall of games.
Really?
Oh, dude, well, I told you, my parents had money and I was always at home by myself. So I just what do you want for a toy or something? Give me a game, give me a game, give me a game. And I had Nintendo Power, so I'm sitting there reading Nintendo Power, picking out games. I had a
Damn,
poster
dude.
on my wall of like all the upcoming games. Dude, I was the king Nintendo. I was Captain N, the game master.
Jesus Christ, dude. What I wouldn't
Oh
have
yeah.
given. No, like I mean, when
But
we got
but I was
games, dude,
lonely.
we rent them. You know what I'm saying? We rented them.
Oh, I rented too.
You know what I'm saying? We went to movie gallery. You know what I'm saying? Blockbuster. And
Yep. We used to go to Family Video and
there you
go in there, and
go.
the guy would have a video for me. Like one day, I was waiting for this game called Bayou Billy. I'll never forget. I walk in the door to go rent my Saturday night game, and this guy fucking looks at me and says, "Dude, I saved you the last copy of Bayou Billy." And we ran to the back together. And he's like, "Here it is. Go home and play it. It's awesome." And I did. I played it for like a week. You know, that's how it was in my life. But the problem was is that I was always by myself. And it was real because there's some games like Double Dragon or Contra, you want to play two players.
Oh
But
man,
when you're an
Double
only child, you
Dragon,
don't get
dude.
to do
Yeah,
that. My
yeah, I
cousin would
get
come
it.
over and it'd be the best time of my life. I'm like, let's go fucking play Nintendo. And he's like, okay.
I get it, man.
He's
Like I
not going to
said,
say
I
no.
don't get me wrong. By no means do I sit there and regret any of my childhood. I'm sure you don't. Um, but at the same time, there were things that were lacking. You know what I'm saying? When you grow up with a lot of brothers, you don't have that sense of individuality.
It's true.
Everything is everybody's. There's nothing is solely yours. Nothing belongs to just you. So you don't necessarily have how do you say, it's just something for yourself. I mean, I remember we'd get a milkshake and we'd all be sipping from the milkshake. You know what I'm saying? Like it's passing
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
The only time that you really had something for yourself was when you went to eat dinner. And if you didn't eat fast enough, somebody was going to pick off your plate.
Now, see, now that was something I never, but again, we lived in a kind of a controlled household like that. That didn't happen.
Oh yeah, I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? I can guarantee you only got up one time out of your chair, and that was to leave, put up your dish and everything.
Oh, dude, after dinner was over, I'm the one in the kitchen doing the dishes. My parents go downstairs. I clean the kitchen. I make sure the dishwasher's going at the end of the night. There's no sink stuff in the sink. You know what I mean? It was very rigid and controlled, but I like those routines. And I think that if I did have a brother or a sister in the house, it would broke and all that. I don't know. What are you gonna do? Who knows? Every person's childhood makes them who they are. I've always said this, Jacob. I don't care who you are, from the richest of the rich to the shittiest of the shitty. Every child in the world had a fucked up childhood. Just how it is.
You're right.
Childhoods are fucked up.
I agree with you 100%. I think everybody in this world has some sort of trauma that they're dealing with, or that they're
Hmm.
trying to get out, or maybe they haven't escaped from, or maybe they've already dealt with it. Congratulations if you have. But I think that's where we all kind of share a common ground. A lot of people don't understand that we all had a fucked up life in some sort of way. But because of why? Because of perspective.
But it's perspective, exactly. Oh
Exactly.
my
It's
God, my life is so fucked up because Dad didn't get me the BMW.
you know,
Well, guess what? Boo fucking who? I'm 25 and still don't have a goddamn car,
yeah, but
but
again,
I'm
like I said,
happy.
that pain, that suffering may be all real for that person who didn't get that BMW.
Exactly,
You know
exactly.
what I'm
That was
saying?
her life's wish from Dad. Yeah, I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but again, like I said, we don't want to downplay anybody else's trauma. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to
No,
say, oh, just because you're rich, you don't understand. No, everybody goes through their own thing. You know, a lot of rich kids go through, where their parents try to buy love and affection instead of actually quality time. You know.
that there were times when I was growing up that sometimes it felt like that. Like we're so busy, we feel guilty that we're not home with you. Here's all the toys to keep you happy.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you just rather have your folks around,
I
not
think,
being
and
busy all the time.
I'm gonna see. I'll say that I was guilty of that for quite a while with my 11-year old. You know, having custody of her, man, and raising her, and always being at work. You know, she got anything she ever wanted. You know, and a lot of times it was a way of me apologizing for not being present as much as I would like to have been in her life, bro. You know, but we got it. The easiest way that I can say as a parent now is make time.
I mean, right?
You know what I'm saying? So you might have to lose an hour of sleep, or what I'm saying, you might not get a little bit more you time. Make your you time us time with her. With your kids.
Look, I I go to every one of my daughter's track meets no matter what. It could be freezing fucking cold out there and my nipples are tearing my shirt, but I'm at my daughter's track meet.
I've seen him
You
tear the
know,
shirt.
I I I pick her up every day from her play rehearsal. I want them to be encouraged. I want them to be happy, but also that time that I do that stuff is the time I get to spend with her. Because she's off doing her own thing. She's 14. She's out with her friends and going off and doing stuff. She's gonna be driving in a couple of years. I'm never scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just going like today, going to pick her up from her play rehearsal means everything to me. That was 6 minutes in the car of her just telling me about her day, and it was amazing to hear. And it makes me happy. No, I try to be I try to be a good dad, but what are you gonna do? It's hard. Like I told you last week, dude, there is no goddamn instruction manual for this. So we don't know if we're fucking up our kids. We
Being
don't know
being
what feels
being present,
traumatizing
dude.
to them.
Being present is going to be one of the most, and parents need to understand this. And I'm gonna tell you this: even if it's just friends, even if you're friends with somebody, and they invite you to something, first of all, it takes a lot of courage and guts to invite somebody to something,
Sure does.
because as soon as you invite somebody, that means that you have built up anticipation for them to be there. You know what I'm saying? You got your hopes up, that hoping that that person is going to be there. So whenever somebody invites you guys, if you can't make it or you just don't want to go, be upfront about it and let's say it.
Yeah.
Because if don't waste the last minute. Just say, hey, I'm busy. I wish I could, or I'm gonna try to see what my schedule looks like. I'll let you know as soon as possible, and let them know.
Especially in these days and ages of communication, there's no reason. Look, everybody's like, oh, I don't want to go out of my house. I got this and I got that, whatever. And that's fine. I don't like to go out of my house either, but dude, you got to fake it sometimes, dude. You got to go out there and act. You got to be an actor. Just put on that face, play the role
I've
for the night.
faked it a couple of times, man. I ended up having a really great time. You
Yes,
know.
yes, that happened with my wife and I. God, 3 months ago. Uh,
3 months ago, we
I'm trying to remember the situation. I'm sorry.
oh, you're good.
Uh, oh, we went to this party. My wife's like, oh, it's a party with my friends. So it's all her work girls, and it's just just clucking all over, just bitching about work and people I don't know. Bro, I went there and she's like, other husbands will be there. It's okay. Me and like four of the husbands, we go outside, we fucking yakking, having a cigarette, and then one of them busts out a joint. He's like, anybody mind? I'm like, please. And dude, it was. Then we went inside, and, it was a pizza place. So there's video game. All the dads or the guys, the husbands, went over to the arcade, me included. We're sitting there fucking playing games, drinking beer, having a great time, high as shit. I mean, you never know. And I bitched and moaned the whole time. You know
That's
what I
like
mean?
me.
I
That's
was
like
just
me. Whenever the girls want to go shopping and stuff, dude. I don't want to go, but that's where I get some of the best sleep I've ever had. I sit in that waiting chair. I'm like, that's me. That's the dad I've become. The guy in the waiting chair that's passed out.
yeah. By the way, is that
Usually,
better with the mic?
yeah, a lot.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, but going back, dude, to the original thing we were talking about, man,
Spending
and
time
how
with your kids.
spending time with your kids, bro, being present in the moment, it means all
Mhm.
the world. Like I know I didn't grow up with a lot of that, and I understand now that my parents were busy, but it still doesn't mean it didn't affect me, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly, right? It's still going to affect you
So be present, guys. That's one of the biggest advice. You see it all over on social media all the time. You know how much being
all the
present
time.
matters.
Yeah. It
And it's
really
true.
does, dude. I mean, look, I think that's the most important thing for a healthy child is to know that your parents give a shit about you. Stop what you're doing. If you're doing anything, if I'm cooking, I don't have time because I'm cooking, right? Dangerous hot stoves and shit. But if you're doing something and your kid wants to show you like a coloring book or look what I did, dude, stop and take a look. You know,
Look,
how long is
that
it
was
going to
me.
take you
That
out of your
was me.
life?
That's me again with my 3-year old. Daddy, look at this. Look, I'm going to that look at me phase. You know what I'm saying? Look what I
Yeah.
can do. And it's just
Yeah.
like this. And I'm like, oh my God, that was so cool.
That's all they want, dude.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
They want a little engagement and then they're back on their fucking way.
Yeah, that's it, man. Just man, make it. Like I said, make it matter. That's the
Did we
biggest thing.
figure out the secret to parenting on the Fat and
No,
Spicy
there
show?
there is no secret of parenting. We're all gonna fuck up some way. Everybody's gonna fuck up. Nobody is the perfect parent out there. I'm gonna tell you right
No,
now.
no.
You're always gonna have a moment where you do something. You're like, fuck, maybe I shouldn't have did that. Maybe I shouldn't have said
I do
that.
that all the time.
But it is what it is. We learn, and just as our kids learn and grow, we as parents learn and grow. And just like us, the world and everything is always changing, bro. The world is always changing.
Even at 48, dude, as a dad, I'm still changing. I'm learning every day what my kids need as they grow and trying to adapt to that moment. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But the problem is that I don't worry about the past. I worry about the future for my kids. And sometimes I worry so much about that future that I don't focus on the present. You know what I'm saying? Like that becomes an issue sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you're so busy trying to get everything right for them when you're gone that you forget that you're here.
Yeah. But I'm a worrier. I mean, that's my job. We were working on a project just a couple days ago, and what is my job in that project? To come up with the bad shit that could happen so that we could figure it out and make it right. Like
Hmm.
that's just how my mind works. And I don't know if that's great for my kids though, because do I put all of my fears and worries into them? Is that what happens as a kid
No,
or as an adult, as a parent?
you put all your fears and your worries into preparing them for the future, to your into your own prep work.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So and
Huh.
then and let them enjoy life.
Well, that's the bottom line,
Because
right? I
Stone
just heard the
Cold
front
said
door
so.
close. I just heard the front door close. You know what that means? That means they're out there going to go play basketball for an hour. You know what I mean?
Nothing wrong with betting basketball, dude.
No, no,
Oh,
but that's what I'm saying.
what's the
I love
project?
an active household.
I'm in the middle of trying to create an app. I won't go into too much detail about the app because
We
again,
can't do it on air.
yeah, but we'll talk about it later.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, like I said, the world is changing. The sun is changing. I know you know what I'm talking about, dude. I don't know,
Dude,
man.
that fucking
Only reason I say that is because, like I said, going back to me talking about reading that people were having side effects. My
mhm.
daughter woke up today and she didn't go to school today because she wasn't feeling right. And I don't know if that's what it was. Again, like I said, when she told me this, I'm looking at her. I'm like, is it just because you don't want to go to school? Are you just tired? You stayed up late? You know, like what is it? Are you sick? And she when I asked her why she didn't want to go to school, you know, I said, "Are you sleepy?" She said, "No, I'm up, but I feel like I shouldn't go to school today." And that's what she said to me. And
Okay.
I I mean, I just said
You're
okay. I said go back to bed. Because I
yeah.
mean, when your child says that,
Yep.
it's not it's not the fact that
Has
she didn't
she
want to
ever
go.
said that to you
No,
before?
no, that's what I'm
Never.
saying.
And she's what, 11? So in
Yeah,
11 years, she's never said something
no,
like that.
no. Like she was just
Now,
saying, she was just telling me I didn't get enough sleep, Dad, or I don't feel good.
yeah.
But the fact that she woke up and she told me, she said, and she was like, I don't know what it is, Dad. I was like, well, what's going on? I was like, are you sick? Are you feeling? She's like, no, I just feel like I shouldn't go to school today. And I said, and I'm not gonna lie, I was stunned for a second. You know what I'm saying? Because like, what would you do if your kid said that to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, as a dad, you're like, okay, school's important,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I do believe in I don't want to say premonition, but I do believe in trusting your gut instinct.
Yep.
You know,
I
so
get the whole, with my kids, I get the whole, yeah, my tummy hurts. Like, no, it doesn't. You just want to stay home and play video
yeah,
games
see
all day, go to school.
that's if she would have said that, she would have went to school. She would have been what I'm saying, at school.
Yeah. But if my kid comes in and is like, Dad, I feel like I shouldn't be at school today. Something might happen. Like my ears perk up. I'm
You
going
know
to
what I'm
ask
saying?
some questions and do some digging, but you know what I mean? It's like for the most part, yeah, you're staying home. That's cool.
Yeah, I
You
would
get
say
an excuse.
I was stunned. I didn't know what to say. I was just like, I go back to
Do you
bed.
think
You
it
know what I'm
has to
saying?
do with the solar stuff?
I don't know, bro, and that's kind of like I said. I don't know if it's just coincidence or just ironic that it's happening in the same time frame that we're getting blasted by fucking solar wave. You know what I'm saying? And
Nothing bad happened at her school or anything, right?
no, not that I know of. You know, but I mean, again, we've all seen the movie Final Destination. How one factor can
Oh
affect the
shit.
chain reaction. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, one piece of the puzzle is all it takes. You know what I'm saying? To either make it a puzzle or make it incomplete.
Yeah.
And
It's
again,
true.
like I said, I don't know, man. These are the things as parents you come across, bro. And again, there's no right or wrong answer. There's no rule book you can follow. And it just like I said, it just left me stumped.
Well, here's the bigger question, dude. I mean, like, yeah. So I get the thing with your kid, but what happens if we do have something like that Carrington event in the 1800s?
Explain.
Like, so back in the 18, I think we talked a little bit about this the other night, right? When we were talking about the solar storm. Did you
Mm-hmm.
actually see the lights? Did you see the northern lights?
Yeah. Let me see if I can
'Cause
pull
you're
some
in
photos up
freaking,
for you.
you're in goddamn Georgia. Yeah, yeah, please
Georgia.
do. You're in Georgia and you saw those. I'm in Northern California. We had a fucking show.
Which is the
I
first time
didn't
I've
get
ever
any
seen those
pictures
lights,
though
I'll tell you.
because where we lived, it was fogged in, but people down the road got some really cool
I
pictures.
forget you're in a gated community. They don't allow foreign lights in there, bro.
I'm not in a gated community. Yeah, I'm gated by the redwoods over here in California. That's what I'm gated by.
Like,
Um,
no, we can't do that.
so in the 1800s, we had something called the Carrington event. It was probably one of the most intense solar storms in modern history, to the point where our poles were the lines were crackling with electricity. The telegraph operators would turn off the telegraph, and it would still keep going, and operating it like superpower. They were ridiculously
Really?
powered. Oh yeah. Um, but what people are saying is that if that would have happened today, it might have shut down a lot of our grids. So if we were to get shut down, and this is me, just me, I like this fatalistic crap. If we were to get shut down by something like the Carrington event in the 18, I think it was 1812 or some shit like that,
Mm.
and we were shut off, like no Fat and Spicy, no internet, no phone, what's the first thing you would do?
So with that, you know what I'm saying? We constantly try to have me and my brothers. We constantly try to make sure that we all know of a location that we'd all meet at,
Okay.
which is my mom's house. That's her old house, but it's her land. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we'd all meet at if something like that happens. You know what I'm saying? You grab what's important to you, what can be useful. Uh, your pew pews and your bang bangs, and you get your food and stuff like that, and we figure out what the hell's going on.
Okay.
You know,
Right on.
that's the biggest thing. But
People
here,
have asked me, Spicy, what would you do? I'd be growing cucumbers for the strongest guy on the block is what I'd be doing.
Spice is
You
like,
know,
hey, don't kill me. I'm a chef.
exactly. Hey, let
I'm
me cook, dude.
useful.
Just let me cook. I don't need to be in charge. Just you're tougher. Cool. You want a meal?
Yeah.
That's my survival skill.
The biggest thing is, and I know, and no matter how much people say it, people are always going to do it, is don't panic.
Yeah. See, that's the tough one though.
Because I mean, people panicked whenever the tornadoes come and they end up buying all the water and toilet paper, and you know what I'm saying. And it's like we've been through this countless times. It's the same thing every time a hurricane comes. Everybody buying up, taking all the gas, filling up gas things, and I get it. But you got to understand, all this stuff is how you say it's non-reusable.
What do you mean?
You can't reuse the gas. It's gone. Once it's gone, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? You can't reuse the toilet paper. Once it's gone, it's gone. Once you drink the water, it's gone.
But it's still necessary.
It's still a necessity. You're right. But if you're focusing on survival, you want to focus on, if anything, you would want to focus on things that help you sustain a life. You want to focus on
First and
seeds,
foremost, seeds.
soil. You know what I'm saying?
Seeds.
Like,
Yep.
this is the stuff that you want to focus on. You're getting a whole bunch of stuff that's going to run out in a week, that's going to expire in a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
And once that's done, guess what's going to happen to you and your family? You're going to be hungry, alone, starving, blah, blah, blah. Again,
So
focus
do you
on
have a
long
garden
term.
going?
No.
No?
But do I know how to plant garden? Hell no. But do
I
I
was gonna
know
say, but
somebody that knows how to plant a garden? Yes.
yeah,
Vampire does the gardening. But
you're Hispanic. You should know like a
yeah,
line of landscapers.
I just sing to them. I sing to the flowers. Bring me more corn.
Bring me more corn.
But no,
What was
check
the?
this out,
You're like
dude.
Cocopelli dancing around. Yeah, look at that. Is that from your backyard?
Yeah, it's my backyard right there. You
Yeah,
can see,
I
you see
told you.
that
Don't
shadow
they?
right there, that big circle. That's
That's
like
you.
right in here. That's my head. No, I'm just
That's
kidding.
your head. That's your big old fat head. I told you they look better on the camera than they do with the naked eye, though.
Yeah, they do.
Which is a
Yeah.
weird thing, isn't it? Like it picks up the light different.
I mean, yeah, it's just, maybe it's something in that camera you can only see. It's like whenever I use a filter on my camera, it's the only time I look beautiful. It's just something about the camera. It's the only time you can see it.
Shut up.
But yeah, no, it was beautiful. I think over here on Tybee Island, over here in Savannah, it was even more beautiful. Like my brother was showing me pictures of his friends sending them, and dude, it was amazing. If I had time and I cared enough, I'd go see it. But the truth is, I don't care that much to drive all the way to the beach, which is like 40
What?
minutes there.
What really sucks is that beauty is so dangerous.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
I mean, I
like I
told
don't
you
want to be
earlier,
the
dude. People were
conspiracy guy, but
complaining
it could
about
shut us down.
I mean, it's not just it's not just like you said. It's not just the headaches and stuff like this. It's the whole electromagnetic thing.
Well, you, me, and the whole Critical Idiots crew were playing for the last 2 nights when we had these storms, and how many times we disconnected?
A lot.
And I don't know if we blame that on shit internet or the solar storm, but who knows? We don't get disconnected like that when there's not a solar storm going on.
Exactly. And the crazy
You
thing
know,
about it is, like I said, it's been high. It's been high. And I don't know, dude. I mean, we've had solar storms before,
hmm
but is it just me, or does it feel like things in the world are just getting worse?
well, here's the problem: and you know me, Mr. Science, right? So I'm going to give you the quick science lesson: is that the sun goes through an 11-year cycle of solar maximums and minimums, and we are dead smack in the middle of a solar maximum,
But we're in the middle.
which means that we're at the apex. Like it can only kind of dwindle
Yeah.
down from here. But it happens every 11 years. I remember one year I had this. You remember the text pagers where you could actually send text on the pager,
Yeah.
and it would give me stock quotes. It would give me the weather, give me news. I could sit there and scroll through a little, shitty little pager, but whatever.
There I was on my BlackBerry.
And it had a little screen. Yeah, it was a cool pager. Well, we had this solar storm, and dude, every message that was sent was garbled. Like it fucked up the cell signals back then. So what happens now? Like, are we so protected that we're fine, or are we really in trouble if we get a solar maximum that's like huge? What happens to us? I'm scared because, like, dude, I rely on the lights that are in this house, the heat. I've got a little
You don't have any
floor heater going
candles?
right now. I got a shit ton of candles.
Well, there you go. Maybe
But
good.
what happens when the candles run out?
Get you some batteries for your flashlight.
What? There ain't gonna be no batteries for no flashlight. This is a town of rednecks. They got
Look, I'm
guns. I
just
ain't got
saying,
no
you
guns.
better get you a torch. Get you a little piece of cloth, soak it in
Burn the
some.
cat.
They got the little, what is that? They got a little that little goopy shit. Is it kerosene, Vaseline? I don't know. You can, it'll light though.
Vampire learn to see in the dark. I'm sorry, sweetheart. We're not all undead like you.
Yeah, learn to see in the dark. I can't. I'm blind and need glasses. Um, I'm just like, is that you?
Right.
Oh
Oh my
man, but
goodness.
I get it though. I get it. But there's no way to be prepared. You can only be semi prepared.
But you don't know what's around the corner, right? You know what's under your roof, but you don't know what's around the corner outside your house when shit like
No,
that goes down.
no. Which is why I said, which is why there's strength in numbers. Have a game plan with you and your family, your close ones, the ones you like, not the ones you don't talk to, because those motherfuckers will turn you in for a bag of chips.
I don't know, man. There's something still about love thy neighbor and you got to be a good dude and help the people
I
around
mean, I
you. I
get it.
mean,
You can love them from afar.
that's true. Would you would you think about relocating to like a more rural or blah, 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 easy for me to say, a more rural area?
More country, more yeah. That's I mean
Yeah,
that's
something
essentially where
out of the way.
my mom's land is at. So
Okay.
definitely.
Okay. I'm just sitting here thinking about where we live and it's like we're a town of 7,000. What I think would happen is we'd band together until we didn't. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, until the food started to run out.
Until
Until
exactly, and then the fighting starts and
somebody's family needs it a little bit more than somebody else.
exactly.
But that's where I come in, the leader.
That's how's
Follow
that?
me, and all your dreams will come true.
Okay, Willy Wonka.
No, but as it's been said throughout history, there always has to be some form of, I don't want to say hierarchy, but there needs to be some form of
Community.
order. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, community.
Yeah. So
We need to come together, work hard, and be a good people. But that I mean, here's the problem: is why does it only have to be during emergencies that we do that?
because that's the only time that people aren't being selfish.
I'm just saying, like everybody says, oh, I love the Christmas spirit. The Christmas spirit should live on all year long. You should always feel like giving. They like. I remember when we were in Portland, we'd go to the mall. And they'd have that tree that had needy kids that put their wish lists on these little ornaments. You know what I mean?
Speaking of
And
that,
then
Fat and Spicy is gonna do one of those guys. If you got a family out there, send us in Fat Spicy. Can you type that in the chat? Fat
I
Spicy at
can.
gmail.com. If you send us in a list, guys, write us a little letter, about your family, and tell us a little something. And if it gets to us, guys, and we choose you, we'll choose one. Our budget's not that big, but if your family's in need this Christmas, email us, let us know, write us a letter, and we'll see what we can do for you guys.
Yeah, we're not gonna. I mean, I'm not gonna buy you a Lambo, but if
I can buy
I'm
you a
not ready,
Matchbox Hot Wheels Lambo.
that, that's what I was just gonna say.
So
That whatever you
fatspicy at
wish, I'm fine
gmail.com,
with.
guys.
Yeah,
Fatspicy at gmail.com. And if you want to be part of that, if you want to help, uh, donate to a family in need right there, guys. That'll help. And we'll have that if they're comfortable on it. We'll put them up there, their family. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they'll send us a picture of the
yeah.
gift and everything. But obviously, you can remain anonymous by all means.
Actually, let's say that from now until how about New Year's Eve? Any money that comes into our PayPal will get put into this whole little pool here.
You mean Christmas Eve, not New Year's Eve?
Chris, did I say Christmas Eve?
You
New
said
Year's
New
Eve? I
Year's
meant
Eve,
Christmas
yeah.
Eve. I meant Christmas Eve.
So yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely, guys. But yeah, man, like I said, going back to the world shifting. I mean, dude, weather storms, hurricanes are getting even worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you
They
seen the
are
one that
getting
rocked through
worse.
Jamaica, dude. Earthquakes are getting worse. I mean, I personally feel that the seasons are shifting. We're getting colder earlier on in the year, and we're getting hotter in a
Later,
different
dude,
time. Yeah,
right before Halloween, we had a little heat wave here. Like
yeah,
it's supposed to be pouring rain right now where we live on the beach.
yeah.
But no, it's warm and sunny. It was like 68 degrees today. It started raining and it cleared up.
So I wonder, is this normal? And we as humans have just, it's weird to us because we're the ones that created the concept of time and the concept of a schedule and the days of the week
Look, dude, how
and the
many
seasons. You know, we created the seasons, but maybe the Earth just isn't meant to be that. It's just supposed to be red. Excuse me.
the Earth is 4.8 billion years old, right? Maybe old. I don't remember the numbers. Maybe 8.4. I don't remember. I'm fucked up
And still
with
kicking.
my day, but we're still rocking. Um, we've been recording this since what? Maybe the 1800s, like religiously, the weathers and stuff. Maybe let's call it the 1600s, right? So 400 years, we've been keeping track of the weather and knowing its patterns. And even back, let's even call it 2,000 years back in the Bible times. They knew the weather to plant
I
crops
mean, it
here and
was the
whatnot, right?
Sabbath day. You know, they had the days back then.
But we're talking 2,000 years out of 4.8 billion. We don't know shit about what the weather patterns are. Do you know what I mean? We're seeing it from such a small scale, isolated. And back even 2,000 years ago, they didn't know the weather in North America. They knew the weather in Jerusalem and out there in the Middle East because that's where the people were,
Right.
Africa and shit. So we don't know what the patterns are. I don't think we do. I
No.
think we're just along for the ride. Like everybody says the universe is expanding. But what if it's going to contract sometime? What if it's breathing? What if it's a living element? Do you know what I mean? Like we don't know anything because we've been around for such a short period of time. So global warming, yeah, I'm sure it's globally warming. Maybe that's the trend that's happening, but maybe 80 years from now it's going to be global cooling. Who fucking knows? I don't know. I don't want to get all
The Ice Age,
saucy
bro?
political. I don't want no ice age. I don't think we're going to go through another ice age. I mean, I'm not to say. I don't know. The earth. Went through a couple of the snowball events.
You know what I'm
Shit just
saying?
runs away.
But see, was the Ice Age when the world was in cold, was it? It
Yeah,
was
the
just
whole
that
world was a
area?
snowball.
The whole world was a snowball in the Ice
Oh
Age?
yeah. Yeah, there's literally a time in where it's called the snowball earth. The entire earth was covered in ice and snow.
That's
So that's where these
crazy.
if you go to like New York, like Central Park, there are huge boulders there with have like long scratches on them, right? These boulders were brought from Canada into New York by the glaciers when they started receding from this big ice age thing that we had. It's all glacier activity. Yeah, like we've been frozen a couple times.
That's
And then we had the
crazy.
Younger Dryas, which was supposedly the biblical flood. Like we've just been disasters happen all the time. Like the Bible's full of them, right? That was back then. Now we're having disasters now, but we had disasters in the 1500s and the 1200s and the 800s. I just think that Earth is a moving organism and it's going to hiccup every now and then and burp and fart and just like we do, you know? And we're just along for the ride. I mean, like, look, I live on the Pacific Rim. We get tsunamis, earthquakes. We haven't had a good earthquake here in a while. So it doesn't seem like it's happening a lot, but in other parts of the world it is because I don't know. I just think it depends on where you are and what's going on.
Oh, got it, man. I get you, man. And like I said, these things are just things that we cannot control. You know, they're just things that are out of our control. We have to just do what we can and then continue to move forward. Now, do I feel like I have to continue to go to work all the time? No, I feel like I should get my $2,000 right now, Trump.
What? $2,000?
Yeah, Trump said, he said with the new tariffs, we can possibly give every family or mostly every American $2,000. So,
From the
we'll see.
no, we pay the tariffs.
Yeah, he
How
says
are
it's
we
gonna.
going to
He's talking about
I don't know.
the tariffs imposed on other countries.
This is the first time we've actually talked about politics in fucking weeks.
Yeah, we don't
Um
get too much into politics,
we
guys. Don't
don't do
worry. You know
that.
what I'm saying? We used to
No.
before, but it leaves a whole bunch of mess on the table.
You and I have gotten hot with each other on the air over it.
Yeah, dude, I took my shirt off that one time.
I was about ready to fight you.
I was gonna never kiss you. What kind of hot we talking about?
Oh.
No, guys, but
Oh
no,
Jesus.
seriously though. Looking back at everything, guys, and we'll do a recap, guys. We talked about the importance of being present in your kid's life, guys. We talked about the way the world is changing, the earth itself, the way we are as humans, and I think the biggest thing that I can say to take away from all of this is no matter what happens, make the most of it. You know what I'm saying?
Even if you're living in a post-apocalyptic world, be present in the moment. I mean, when's the last time you got to live in one? We play video games about it. Now you're here. Fucking enjoy that
Exactly.
shit.
Exactly. Your kid wants to show you
Go pillage and
the
plunder.
dead body they found. You go look at it, poke it with a stick.
Right?
But guys, like I said, don't forget that, guys. We will re-announce it again that if you and your family may be in need this holiday, guys, fatspicy@gmail.com. Send us a letter, guys. Let us know what's going on. Your kids, what they like, and we were going to. I got a couple of skateboards and stuff too that I can send as well.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, dude, you know that. So let us know. We'll pick one, guys. We'll pick one, and if you want to stay anonymous, you are it's perfectly fine. If you want to send us a picture, that's even better. But guys,
So we'll be here next week, but we won't be here on the 27th. That's Thanksgiving.
that's true. That's true, guys. We will be here next week, and then after that is Thanksgiving.
We got an Anson in the morning coming up next Monday. Tune in for that. Three Wise Men, is that Sunday?
Yep, Three Wise Men is every Monday now, so to switch, guys. So
Oh, you moved
Monday,
it. Okay. So
Monday.
you get two from PNS Studios. You get Anson in the morning and then Three Wise Men.
And last but not least, guys, if you are interested in being part of the show, any show, you want to be a guest on the Fat and Spicy show. Maybe you want to sit with Spicy and talk about life. You are more than welcome. As Spicy does Behind the Pint, still, where he talks about life. He's more than happy and he's more than willing to listen to your story, guys. Remember, we tell these stories so that we are able to connect with the audience because you never know who else is out there is feeling the same way, or maybe y'all can, who learns from your past.
You know what I've learned doing Behind the Pint?
What?
And when we used to do the interviews on Fat and Spicy, dude, I learned that we have a really diverse friend group.
Yeah, we do.
Like so many different people from so many walks of life, like our audience, our fans. It's so cool to see the diversity. I love it, dude. Like that really gets me happy.
Me too. And guys, as always, we appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and
Like, share,
follow.
subscribe.
Guys, you can find us on TikTok. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on YouTube. And if you're lucky, you can find Spicy at the corner.
You know where I work, baby.
$20, $20.
You didn't
No,
expect me to take it and run.
Oh, no. But guys, no, definitely check us out, guys. You can find us on Facebook. Almost every platform, guys. We're there at PNS Studios. Find us, follow us, guys. Let us know what you think. Leave comments, likes, and shares. We appreciate you all, and I love you more than Spicy does. So remember that. I'm just joking.
What the hell?
No, they should remember, though, this is Fat,
I'm Spicy.
and this is the Fat and Spicy Show.
Guys, thank you so much.
No, dude. I was seriously thinking, though, for Thanksgiving, you should definitely show me a picture of that stuffed turkey.